Hey babes, it's Paris Hilton. So I was checking my points balance in the Hilton Honors app the other day, and yeah, I've got about 1 billion, which feels excessive, even for me. Just kidding. You can never have too many Hilton Honors points. And I want to do something iconic this summer, so I'm giving away all my Paris points. Just find somewhere you've always wanted to stay, then go to my socials or Hilton's and tell me about it. Just make sure you're a Hilton Honors member, and I might be sending you Paris points, because when you want points that make your summer even hotter, it matters where you stay.
Take your flexibility beyond the mat with PayPal. Pay nothing at checkout, then enjoy a flexible monthly payment plan that works for you with no sign-up or late fees. Find yours and an easy way to pay with PayPal. Download the PayPal app to get started. Subject to approval. Pay monthly consumer loans made by WebBank. Available through PayPal Inc. NMLS 910457. Learn more at paypal.com/paymonthly.
This podcast is part of the Robots Radio Rocket Club, a program designed to help all podcasts reach their full potential. For information about joining the Robots Radio Rocket Club, check out robotsradio.net.
Welcome to Holocron Histories, Star Wars Canon versus Legends, where we're going to take a deep dive into the lore of the Star Wars universe.
Oh, that's me. Hello and welcome to the Holocron Histories podcast, where we talk about Star Wars Legends versus Canon. I am one of your hosts, Austin, also known as Teacup, and it is great to be back with you all.
And I am Ben of Temeria, and same for me. Last week we did a holiday special with the Robots Radio hosts, which was a lot of fun. But it is good to be back after the holidays. So things should be getting a little bit back to normal.
Yeah. So we are here for our monthly patron chat, and we've got one of our patrons here, Penguin Ninja. Hey, Penguin.
Hello.
All right, and so today we're going to talk about, with the announcement of Jedi Survivor coming out in March, on March 17th, which is my birthday. Happy birthday.
That's a heck of a birthday present from Lucasfilm.
Happy birthday to Teacup, Jedi Survivor. We thought we would talk about our favorite video games through the years of Star Wars. We're going to talk about that and do all kind of that stuff. Who wants to go first? Don't all jump at once.
I can go first.
All right, let's do it.
So, the kind of universal favorite for everyone is the old Battlefront 2 classic, but one of my favorites is personally the new Battlefront 2.
Oh, okay. I don't hear that much.
Despite its very not good release, once they got everything going and EA kind of stepped back from the game and let DICE do what they were going to do, it turned into a very good game, including the release of all the Clone Wars stuff that was added into it.
Yeah, and let's be honest, the Clone Wars stuff is the only thing you need to play in that game.
It's true. Yeah. Do you have one, like, from... It doesn't have to be your favorite, but do you have one from, like, when you were very young? Like, back in the 64, GameCube, original Xbox era?
For that, I would... I'd say Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy was probably one for the older side of Star Wars games.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are classics.
I love Jedi Academy. I remember I was like 10 or 11 or so, or maybe around that, like early preteen, not quite a teenager, maybe 13, when Jedi Academy came out. And I'll tell you, me as that little kid turning on my Xbox and realizing that I got to build my own lightsaber and pick the color and then walk in and like go and have Luke and Kyle Katarn be my Jedi Master. It was pretty awesome. I know a lot of people criticize it for its kind of bland story, but I played the crap out of that game. And in my early days, it's the first game I ever beat without cheating.
I mean, back in those days, like, internet was a thing, but internet wasn't, like, a thing.
Yeah.
So...
No, I meant, like, not using cheat codes. Like, you
No,
get God.
like, wait, there's cheat codes in that game?
Oh, yeah. You can get God mode, unlimited force.
See, I didn't know that.
You can max out all your abilities to where you can just speed run through everything, and everybody except for like the highest level Sith enemies are too slow to stop you.
Oh my god. Yeah. All right. But I mean, with Jedi Academy, when I played it, I mostly enjoyed, like, you make your own lightsaber, and you have the option to use blasters, not just a lightsaber. And grenades. You can just straight up throw grenades and chuck them. It's great.
Yeah.
Right. And it was one of the first, like, Star Wars games outside of the Battlefront game to offer a kind of, like, unique multiplayer.
See, I never touched it. I never touched the multiplayer for that one.
Yeah, so it was like, you do, team deathmatch, free-for-all deathmatch kind of things, capture the flag, all that kind of stuff. But you had all these people. You could do a blaster build. You could do this lightsaber. And a lot of times it would just be a free-for-all lightsaber. But you had the option to, like, you didn't have to play online. You could just go in and build a bot match and just go up against all the NPCs.
I might do that because it's on Switch, and I have it on Switch.
Yes, it is on Switch. It's also on Xbox Store. It's on Steam for pretty cheap. Though, I will tell you all, if you get Jedi Academy on Steam, you've got to do some tinkering because its engine and Windows 10 and above do not play well together.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
With how old of a game it is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Battlefront 2 for the, like, 2018? Battlefront 2? So what, it came out in 2018 or something like that?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Good game. Yes, very rocky launch. Like Penguin said, it did not have a good launch, and because of it, we had the entire loot box controversy because it had pay-to-win items in the loot boxes because, sad to say, EA. That's all you need to say.
Well, even, like, there was a whole bunch of games around that time that kind of suffered from this because remember the Shadow of War controversy?
True, that is true.
And they went back, too, and took all of that out. Like, there are no microtransactions in Shadow of War now.
Yep, now that you see, like, most games nowadays, if there's microtransactions, it's purely cosmetic. Nothing is game-changing, nothing does anything with game mechanics, and even Overwatch, which I know was one of the biggest like controversy games with loot boxes. Overwatch 2, they literally took loot boxes out of the game entirely.
Right, and it's because what gets into this is you cannot in the United States you cannot have a game that encourages real life gambling with youth loot boxes and it be available to people who are under 18, 21, or whatever. Whatever the gambling age is.
Plus, it's specifically also with games that you buy. Free-to-play games is the exception because since they are free, that is how the game gets its value and currency to fund itself. With games that you like strictly buy, such as Battlefront 2, why am I having to buy another like $20, $50 in loot boxes to get as good as other players?
Right, and part of that is like solely single player games get an exception. So that's why like Valhalla and the Assassin's Creed franchise can put all of these like legendary items that are pretty good. Like you could pay $20 and get a set that you could walk around and own the main story with. But that's single player.
Yep.
So
don't fight any other players or anything like that, and it's fully optional.
Mm-hmm. And the way they also get around that is there is a way to acquire those items through in-game currency.
Yep.
And collecting it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're patient enough.
Yeah, right. Dear God, it's a grind. Well, now they have with Valhalla. Now you can get it weekly, once a week for free.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
They added so much stuff to that game.
You can tell I care a lot about that because I haven't even done one yet.
I haven't either. But yeah, that's a good one, Penguin. I mean, Battlefront 2. I played so much of the new Battlefront 2. The story, I did like how they did the story with the single player, where they tied in the game with the current movie lore and movie franchise and all that with what they're doing going forward. And I mean, even Fallen Order does that. Everything's tied to each other now. But it's mainly Clone Wars. I'm so happy they brought clones into that game, and that's all I cared about.
Well, and like with Battlefront 2, they brought me back into that game when they released the co-op maps, where I could play with 4 friends and just play against computers.
Oh yeah,
which
fully AI.
Yeah, I prefer that because I'm not very good at like playing against other people, and I get really frustrated. But if I have the like player versus environment kind of thing, I'm more likely to play that.
Mm-hmm. Now, Penguin, what is your favorite era when you play Battlefront 2?
Oh, Clone Wars era. Definitely.
Clone Wars. Well, back to when they did they also did an update to where you could choose what era you could play at, and specifically just those maps. So once they did that, like I did Clone Wars. Period. Now, do you go straight for a hero when you can be a hero, or do you just play as like what do you normally try to play as?
I'll generally go for a hero if there is one that I'd like that's available. But if there isn't a hero that I want to play as available, I'll generally go with what was it? The Infiltrator class, which was the clone commandos and the commando droids.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, commandos. Like
yeah,
I don't even go for heroes. I just go straight for the commando because commandos are beefy.
Yeah, I typically go so first starting class before anything, I always start heavy. I do like the heavy. It's the first time I've ever enjoyed like the tank class.
It just reminds me of Clone Wars when you just get the freaking Gatling and just mow down droids.
And I want to be like heavy. I mean,
exactly.
The Gatling laser is so satisfying.
Yeah. I'll actually do aerial a lot, the jet troopers and the jet B2s. Just because I like hovering above people and shooting rockets at them. So I enjoy that. But I'll do commando sometime. I have really actually enjoyed officer a little bit recently. Yeah, I enjoyed officer.
Yeah, I'm not much of an officer. I like support's like my in any game I play, I don't play support. And I just do heavy damage is all I do.
You need to unlock and use the Naboo blaster.
Oh, that one is so good.
Because it's strong enough that you can add support, throw down your turret for cover fire, and you can pretty much just like headshot and pick off people with the Naboo blaster.
Yeah, you can one-shot all the basic classes except for heavy.
Oh, dang. Okay.
It's like that. And then there's another one in the soldier class. If you get the, what's it called? The Death Troopers blaster.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's pretty OP. And then if you want heavy for more like a quicker cooldown, there's also a blaster that they can get too.
Yeah, my only thing with Battlefront 2 is I was so happy when they kept updating the game, adding new heroes, adding new maps. They only added one weapon per base class. Like, for crying out loud, at least give us more freaking guns to use.
I know.
Yeah.
There was more
Yeah,
guns than the 4 in each class. Clearly.
Yeah,
Look
like
at
even they could have added some of the guns from the specialist classes.
right. Like in Battlefront 1, like the first like Battlefront they did before
Oh,
Battlefront
yeah.
2, they had like close to 40 freaking weapons in that game that you
Right.
could choose from.
Well, see, I want to use like, I want to use the like, I want to use the Clone Troopers blaster all the time, like the DC-17. That's what I want to use all the time. But that's not available
Yeah.
because you can only get that as clones. I think Psyche coming in.
Yeah, I came in.
Oh,
It's
heck.
Psych. Psych's here now.
Hey guys. Sorry.
Oh no,
No,
you're
you're
good.
We've been talking about Battlefront 2, the new one.
Okay. Remind me what the topic was actually supposed to be, though.
Favorite Star Wars
Favorite
game?
video game. Yeah,
Okay. Have we already said KOTOR?
No.
we have not. We have not talked
Oh.
about that before yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Well-
that is definitely one of my favorites. God, I love that game.
Yeah. Like, what's not to like, right? Other than at this point, it's just a little dated graphically, and probably
Mechanically, too.
mechanically too.
It's heavily dated mechanically.
Look, I'm going to say this. Combat in KOTOR runs better than Dragon Age Origins. And I say that as the host of a Dragon Age podcast.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yep.
And they came out like at least half a decade between each other.
Yeah, there's at least... KOTOR 1 was 2003.
Three.
Dragon Age Origins was, 2009?
9. Yep.
Yes.
So, yeah, 6 years.
I will say this. This is what I will say about the KOTOR games. I prefer KOTOR 1's story.
Mhm.
But KOTOR 2 is probably one of the best, like, quality of life mechanics from as original to a sequel that I've ever seen.
And the funny thing is, 2 different devs.
Yes. I think
Well, they got a lot of the notes.
Well, true. I
development
mean,
notes.
yeah, they got everything, but the way they had to make the game too, because it was literally a year apart from each other, if that.
the tactics that they added to 2, being able to like set your party members to be like, okay, you stick with range, and if someone gets into melee range with you, you switch.
Mhm.
That-
Yeah.
I wish I could do that in other games. Like, I cannot tell you how many times I've screamed at Liliana for standing in front of a bunch of middle people when she's a range class.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the ability to switch your weapons sets, the expansion of like stimulants and implant switching with Mandalore, and how grenades work, the amount of force powers that they introduced into KOTOR 2 that you can just buff yourself ridiculously.
Yep.
I mean-
all the different saber styles they added into the game, depending on the combat situation that you're in. Yeah, KOTOR 2 had, like you said, a lot of quality of life. But unfortunately, it was also an unfinished game.
Yes. But thankfully, the restored content mod exists,
Yes,
and it fixes a lot of things.
that's true. And
Yep.
the best thing about KOTOR now is we are officially getting a remake of it. Was going to be done by Aspire, who normally does all the Star Wars ports for literally PlayStation and Switch, but now it was moved to Saber Interactive, which honestly I feel much safer with.
I would say that after having I got a Switch this year and having played, of course, any gaming console I get that has KOTOR available, of course I'm going to buy it. That's it's just how life works.
Right.
However, playing both of them, I just say I kind of got as fresh as this is more fun on my PC. Which KOTOR is probably the only older Star Wars game that I still regularly log in and be like, I want to play KOTOR.
Oh yeah, I mean, you can pick it up, put it back down, save, whatnot.
See, I do get frustrated with the original KOTOR because I always try to do the level 2 run.
That's
and I hate
it's hard because it's more towards. I always get frustrated towards the end of Terrace because you have to fight that Sith in that security place in Terrace. It's just a pain.
Bastila and Karth cannot do the job.
No.
I almost have to do. I
do it with Bastila and T3 because I just have T3 stun them constantly.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart. You could also build Bastila. No, because you don't get enough. You don't get enough levels for her to build her into a stasis build. But yeah, I always try to I'm a stimulant junkie. I just go buy it.
It's a good thing they never have negative effects with in Fallout. God, if they do that in the remake, I'm gonna laugh.
Well, Candace is always like, you don't want to use too many of these.
That's true.
Meanwhile, me.
Yeah, but I am curious as to what the remake will be bringing to the table other than a graphics update.
So as far as what we know of it, and I mean it could change since it's now with Saber, but I doubt it changed too much. What they originally said with the remake, they were going to enhance and do a quality of life to the combat. So the combat's going to be probably what rumors and speculations were going around were going to be similar to Final Fantasy VII Remake's combat system, where it's a hybrid of turn-based and action-based combat. So you have...
I heard we were looking at a similar to Inquisition style combat.
Okay, I mean I'd be down for that too.
Well, you are in the know a little bit more than I am, so
not too much. Everything I hear is rumors and speculations and anything. And then they were also going to keep to the story as close as possible to the original, and then also add on to it and fill in gaps from into the story.
I heard there were someone rumored that they were doing both games into one, which
I did hear that, but I don't know if they're going to do that since they specifically did the teaser with Bastila Shan. You have Jennifer Hale literally narrating the teaser and showcasing Revan. He was only in the first, he's mentioned in the second one, but you don't play as him or see him.
But it could also be like a Kingdom Hearts Final Mix kind of thing.
True, that is true.
Where you get all these games and you can just pick and start one.
And the other rumor I heard, and I'm praying to God this is true, that with the alterations of the story and for it being so far back, since they're not going to change too much, or they'll add more to it, possibly canonizing the game with the current stuff with Lucasfilm, because it's going to be on the Lucasfilm umbrella.
Right.
So I don't know if they'll do that since it's still up in the air.
Would you really need to?
Well, I mean, Revan's canonized only by name alone. That's it. We don't have any of his feats or any of his history.
Yeah, with it being 4,000 years of difference, do you really need to canonize any of it? Like, how would you even do that?
Well, so in the old canon, the games would say, like, especially games that had alternate endings. So like Force Unleashed, KOTOR, Jedi Academy, all of these games, 9 times out of 10, Lucasfilms came in and said the light side choice is the canon ending.
Mm-hmm.
The dark side is just an alternate timeline.
Yeah. And they did that. They did the same thing in the Force Unleashed games. So the books during the time of those games, they had books with them. In the books, it was the light side ending that was the canon part.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, how Assassin's Creed does this too. Like, Cassandra is the canon protagonist of
Odyssey.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and a female Eivor is the canon protagonist of Valhalla. Like, even though you have the choice to be Alexios or be a male Eivor.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Now, if it was BioWare, we wouldn't get any kind of canon. They would just say, yeah, it's whatever.
Pretty much, because they don't have anything else. They say, hey, here's well, no, with Absolution, they did kind of canonize something from Inquisition, didn't they?
This is why I say they did not. And Absolution spoilers, and this is your official opinion from a Dragon Age host. The Inquisition disbands no matter what.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
because the Inquisition, as we know it, when you go into Trespasser, does not come out the same, no matter what choice you make. You either are disbanded entirely and you're now a secret organization, or you're a much smaller peacekeeping force under the arm of Divine Victoria.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not the same organization that you are through the game. So, yeah, they don't it's not that they are canonizing a disbandment ending. It's just literally the Inquisition as you know it doesn't exist anymore.
Okay, that's sneaky.
Yes, it is very sneaky. Like, that's the polite way to put that.
All right.
Well, you want to go to our mid-break and then we can talk about more games?
Yes, let's do that.
This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at Accenture.com/Spotify.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
All right, well, welcome to the little show where we talk about all things that are about this podcast, but not about the lore. And this is where we thank our patrons. So thank you all to Psych and Penguin for your support. And thank you to everyone who has signed up with our Patreon. We greatly appreciate your support. And if you would like to join us on these monthly episodes, you can sign up at our Darth or Dark Lord of the Sith or Jedi Master tier. And you can come on or on these shows once a month by signing up there, or you can sign up at any tier. Another great way to support us is by leaving us a rating on Spotify or Apple. And if you leave us 5 stars and some words, we will read it out on a future episode of the show. Ben, there have been reviews since I have last been on. Have we read them?
There has?
I saw a new one on Apple.
What? Okay, let me pull it up.
Hold on. Let me make sure. Yeah, did you read the one? No. Did you read the one from King Cobra? I thought I saw a
Yes.
different.
Yeah, we read about that one. We read
Okay.
King Cobras.
All right. Maybe I have too many ships.
It's like, what? There's a new one?
Yeah. All right. Anyway, we don't have a review to read today. I was mistaken. And so if you would like to support us that way, that's a great way. You can also come hang out with us on the Cups Podcasting and More server, where we have all the channels to discuss this podcast and my other podcasts, the Assassin's Creed Lorecast, Dragon Age Lorecast, and the Inheritance Cycle Page by Page podcast. And yeah, you can also join us on the Robots Radio Radio Network Discord, where you can find our shows there too, and you can find Ben's other shows.
Yes, the Wizarding World Lorecast. Yeah, just one show. I have one other show, Wizarding World Lorecast. So there's that show that you can follow us and talk to us on anything on the Harry Potter universe, which is a bunch of fun.
Yeah. So you can find us out on other shows. This is the only show you can find with both of us on it, though.
Yes. We like to, we get together for this, and then we do a bunch of other stuff with Tom, with his shows on the Robots Radio, and then our other shows.
Yes. All right. Well, that's all I got for the middle of the show.
Cool. Let's get back to more games.
This is a Bose moment. You're 10 boring blocks from home until the beat drops in Bose clarity. And the bass line transforms boring into maybe the best part of your day. Your life deserves music. Your music deserves Bose. Find your perfect product at Bose.com.
This episode is brought to you by Subaru. You know that place your mind always wanders to? The lake, the mountains, the homes of the people you love most. The completely redesigned 2026 Subaru Outback is built to help you get there. With legendary capability, standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, and the confidence to go further. The 2026 Subaru Outback. Love never looked so good. Visit Subaru.com/Outback to learn more.
You didn't hear it, did you?
I didn't hear anything.
The
Normally.
Wilhelm. No.
All right. Anyway, so I think I'll go next. And we are sleeping on a game that was amazing, and I played the crap out of. And that is Rogue Squadron 2 and 3, which are on the GameCube. And those are the best Starfighter games that have ever existed, in my opinion.
I second that. Those were great.
Did any of you ever try to fly the Millennium Falcon through the Death Star 2?
No.
It's like, I don't, that is a testament to Lando's piloting skills alone. Because if you go into those games and try to fly the Millennium Falcon through the Death Star 2, it's nearly impossible.
I believe it. It's too big.
Yeah.
Just use an A-Wing. You'll get right through everything.
Well, when you play it the first time, you have to use an X-Wing
True.
or the Millennium Falcon.
I think I used an X-Wing when I did it. I don't think I ever used... I think I might have tried to use the... God, this is forever ago. I think I tried to use the Millennium Falcon, and I kept dying or exploding every single time I tried flying into it. So I just like, you know what, screw it. I'm going to the X-Wing because it's smaller. Plus, I was also not good at flight sims.
Right.
I am sad to say that the GameCube was not one of the systems I had growing up, so I actually have never played Rogue Squadron 2 or 3 on it.
So, I actually never had a GameCube either. But I'll tell you, this kind of shows like where I grew up a little bit. But my dentist office in the waiting room had a GameCube. And so whenever I would go to the dentist for like teeth cleaning or whatever, we'd get there early or whatever, and we'd have to wait. And I'd go sit, and they had Rogue Squadron too and stuff on the GameCube. So I would obviously obsessed with Star Wars, like, and I hated the dentist as a kid, but that got me to go to the dentist.
I'm pretty sure everybody hates the dentist at any point in their life.
I was like hiding under the bed, like,
wow.
So my mom didn't take me to the dentist. But they had it at the dentist office.
Oh my god, the good old days.
Also, do you all remember when they had like testing demos you could do in like Target or Toys R Us?
Yes, and I miss those. I miss those so badly now. Oh my god.
That's where I first played Jedi Academy.
Hey, I mean, I have those in my store, but it's specifically just the Switch.
There are demos in that?
Oh yeah, I have demos.
Like I can go play it?
Yeah.
Oh. It's kind of weird for a 30-year-old man to just sit there and play a video game.
I have grown adults playing on them sometimes. That's not weird at all.
I would think it's weird.
Nah. I just think it's whatever. Where I'm located, it's whatever. It's people just being bored.
Look, I mean, it is another thing that you can basically download demos onto your console and play them now. So.
That is very true.
But you know, your mom was going to Target or something, and she had to do some shopping, and my mom would just leave me at the video game section, which nowadays seems like how I did not get kidnapped is amazing.
Because things were simpler back then.
Well, I think also like because of that, like the workers that were working that area were like, okay, there's a kid here. I'm gonna watch to make sure the kid doesn't get taken.
Yeah, man, parenting was so much easier. You just here's the game aisle. Just go.
Would you ever do that?
No.
Nowadays, heck no.
Child to behave.
I mean, I would trust them to behave, but I wouldn't trust I'd get them back. That's yeah.
Oh, jeez. Just those two? Just Rogue Squadron?
Well, I mean, and then we've talked about all my other ones.
Okay.
And then, but I will say, of the New Guard, I don't think any of them really compare to Jedi Fallen Order. That game captured the essence of Star Wars for me when I was playing that game. Of like just being this Jedi and building your Force powers. And I know a lot of people were mad that the lightsaber didn't cut through the stormtroopers, but
Disney has to go at some point. Like, it has to stop at some point. Plus, it's a game.
Right. But we've never had that. We have literally never had that in a Star Wars game.
No. Not even Force Unleashed, which was the most brutal one.
Right. I mean, you would stab some. Mm-hmm. No. Okay. So I will say, in the original, the Xbox Revenge of the Sith game, you could take off stormtroopers' heads with your lightsaber.
Oh.
Huh.
And I think in the like Attack on the Temple, you could like cut off Jedi's arms.
Huh. Okay. Did not know that.
Yeah.
But I mean, who knows where they're going to go next? I mean, with Star Wars getting darker, with Andor, Obi-Wan Kenobi, like we see a stormtrooper just straight up get cut in half in Obi-Wan. It wasn't by a lightsaber, but they did get it cut in half.
I mean, we've seen people cut in half in lightsabers all the time.
But that's always off screen. This was on screen. Like, the stormtrooper was cut in half on screen.
Right.
So,
I mean, you see a blood splatter in Phantom Menace when Obi-Wan cuts Maul in half.
True, yeah. You see the mist, the blood mist.
Yeah.
That's true. But, I guess it's my turn. I mean, KOTOR is, I will say, is my favorite Star Wars game of all time. We already talked about KOTOR. It's the game that got me into RPGs. Like, that is the game that got me playing Dragon Age, Mass Effect, Elder Scrolls, The Witcher, literally everything that I played now is because of that game. And I can't thank Lucasfilm enough for that. But other than that, I mean, I play a lot of Star Wars Old Republic, the MMO, pseudo sequel to the Knights of the Old Republic series. The storylines are all unique depending on what class you play. The Jedi Guardian storyline was actually one of the devs on the team, I think, even said at one point it was the scrapped storyline or plot of KOTOR 3, which was for the Jedi Knight storyline. Because your first companion is a T7 droid, exactly like T3, but it's just a T7, so a few generations older. And your the Jedi ship is the Defender is somewhat similar to the Ebon Hawk. It has the same paint scheme as the Ebon Hawk. So, I mean, you don't get a bounty, you don't get a Mandalorian on your team. But you get plenty of good companions throughout your story. You get your own apprentice. You can have your own romances in there. But the main thing is you fight the Emperor.
Right.
But, I love the Old Republic. I would say the Bounty Hunter storyline's, awesome, though. You could literally get to carbonate literally everybody, almost. It's great. Or you can just be a complete a-hole.
Right. We have left out a really great game that none of us probably expected to be a great game, but the Pod Racer game.
Oh, that was such a good game.
Did you play that one, Psych and Ninja?
Yes, the on the N64.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never got to play that one. That one was a little bit before my time.
It was good.
Well,
it can get difficult because you could go fast.
Right. It's kind of I'm gonna compare it to this, and this is probably before your time, but it's comparable to Pokemon Snap in that none of us asked for this game, but it was a good game regardless. And it is on the Switch if you want to play it.
Oh, they did port it to the Switch. I completely forgot about that.
So Academy Outcast, Pod Racer, Republic Commando, and I thought there was a fifth one, but I can't remember.
Those four, because you can get those physically in combo packs. And then you have KOTOR 1 and KOTOR 2 digitally.
Yes.
And then... Was there another one they did? You're looking up on your Switch, aren't you?
I am.
Hey, gents, I'm going to bounce.
All right.
As usual, this has been fun.
Oh, yeah. Have fun whatever you need to do, and have a great new year, Psych.
You guys as well.
Yep.
Later.
And for those of you, you can catch Psych on the MCU Lorecast or the Mass Effect Blue Shift podcast. You can find all those where you get your podcast. He's there all the time, and he's on all the other Discord servers too.
Yep, he's with us on everything too, so it's fun. But yeah, Pod Racer was a lot of fun. There was another racing game, wasn't there? Or was it Star Wars Racers?
That's the Pod Racer. Star Wars Racer is the Pod Racer one, I'm pretty sure. You have the really old originals like TIE Fighter, X-Wing.
Yeah, but those are really hard to play. Especially nowadays.
Did you ever play Empire at War?
Yes, I actually have that.
I have that as well. I have played a lot of that.
It's an old school RTS game. It's fun. I just wish they did a newer version of it as in today's graphics. Because I would play the crap out of that.
The
Force Unleashed.
The team that makes Empire at War, Petroglyph, they've actually said that they want to make a second Empire at War.
Do it! Oh my god, I will pay them money to make
They're
a newer one.
They're basically just waiting to finish what they are currently doing, and waiting for EA to say, "Yeah, go ahead."
Well, at this point, it's not even EA. What, are they owned by EA?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, because the game they're doing now is an EA game.
What game are they doing now?
I can't remember the name of it. I'm pretty sure it's another RTS game, but I can't quite remember the name of it.
Okay. What's the dev's name again? Petroglyph. Okay, I'll have to look them up. But I know Firaxis is the XCOM devs. I mean, they just dropped Midnight Suns for Marvel, and I know they've came out and said they would love to do a Star Wars RTS game as well at some point. I would love a freaking Star Wars game styled after XCOM. I think that would be freaking awesome. But Clone Wars. Have that specifically with Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Have all the different type of clones. Be awesome.
Yeah. I don't know if you played them or not, but there's a few really nice, well-made mods for Empire at War that make it look significantly more modern, and they play really well.
I'll have to look at that.
They're all on the Steam Workshop page.
Okay. Nice. And then, oh shoot. I can't remember what I was going to say. Yeah, anything, like a Star Wars RTS would be great. There is a game, and I can't remember the name of it on the top of my head. There's a mod for it to where it makes it all Star Wars. I think it's called Squadrons. It's not Star Wars Squadrons or anything. I think it's just Squadrons or something like that. Squad.
Are you talking? No.
Yeah.
Squad. Yeah, it's a real life, realistic military first person shooter, but they've done mods with it to where it's all Star Wars, and it looks awesome because you can actually fly like an LAAT and use it in battle and everything against the separatists and vice versa. It looks awesome.
See, I want to do the VR Blade and Sorcery. Have you seen the Star Wars mods of that?
Yep. The mods in general for that game are fantastic. But, shoot, is there other Star Wars games? There's a bunch of other Star Wars games, but Squadrons is always fun, but they haven't updated it in like forever, so I know we have a few upcoming. I mean, we have obviously Jedi Survivor, which looks fantastic, and they did confirm the combat is going to be very similar to Ghost of Tsushima, if you ever played that on the PlayStation 4. So it's going to be a stand style of gameplay.
Is that similar to Sekiro?
No.
Oh.
So Sekiro is very based on Dark Souls and Bloodborne.
Right.
Ghost of Tsushima. The combat in that is on your... I can't remember if it's on the D-pad or one of your triggers that you can do it. I think it's one of the triggers. You choose a different stance. So there's like water, earth, air, fire, like stances. And each stance is better at a different enemy archetype. So like one stance is good against shields, another stance is good against like heavy brutes, other is better with people who have swords and so forth. And they confirmed the way how the game's going to work is like your single blade's good for like standard enemies, your dual wielding in both hands is better for group of enemies. Like the double blade is good for doing better parries, and then like the cross guard is going to be good against heavies.
Right. So yeah, that's kind of how Fallen Order is now. Because like I never use the double-bladed lightsaber in Fallen Order against a boss.
Oh no, God no!
Because
you're too slow.
If I run into a bunch of stormtroopers or I'm flooded by Night Sister zombies, I'm gonna use double-bladed lightsaber because I just need to cover more ground. But if I'm fighting a purge trooper, if I'm fighting someone with, lightsabers or anything like that, I'm using single-bladed because it's more powerful and it's easier to maneuver.
Yeah, you have more mobility when using a single blade compared to a double.
I need to play that game again. You're going to make me play that game again.
And then we got that new High Republic game being developed by Quantum Dream.
Oh yeah,
Eclipse. And then Ubisoft
I haven't heard anything about that in a long time.
They've been very, very quiet. The only last thing I heard about that game is this is going to be a completely different game that Quantum Dream is making. Because if you ever played any of their other games, it's Detroit Become Human, Heavy Rain. It's a very heavy story based where you just make decisions. You don't really actually do anything specifically combat wise in any of those games.
Kind of like Telltale.
Yeah. Well, this game, Eclipse, is going to have action-based combat like any other Star Wars game. So it's completely different from any other game they've ever made, which is, I think, good. Their storytelling is fantastic. Just give me more stuff to do when playing the game. That's all I ask for from them. And then Ubisoft has an open world Star Wars game in development, but we haven't heard anything about that since they announced that. That's all we know.
I think Ubisoft is probably the developer I would want to do a dark side centered video game.
Well, it's being developed by the same team that makes Division.
Oh, so ooh.
I'm thinking like a scoundrel bounty hunter style of a game.
I'm also thinking that they're going to do a Mando game too.
That would be good. If anybody's played Division, Division's fun. It is a loot and shoot, and it can be very grindy, just like any other live service MMO style shooter. It's very similar to Destiny. If anybody's played Destiny, if you haven't played Destiny, it's Star Wars in space with wizards and magic. And more realistic.
Ubisoft is known for grinding.
That's true too. Like Ubisoft is very grindy with a lot of their games. Yeah, I'm pretty much almost all of them. Like Assassin's Creed and Far Cry would be mild on the grindy side.
Have you ever tried to 100% those games?
Yes. Not the newer ones. Because it's too much.
Have you 100% Assassin's Creed 1?
Yes.
So you found all those stupid flags.
Yeah, it sucked. I did 100% 3 from 2 up to 3.
Valhalla is the only game I've ever 100% of Assassin's Creed.
Dear God. That's too much.
It's just a lot of go here, find this item. Go here, kill this thing.
That's true. I still need to finish the Paris DLC.
Dude, that's the best one.
I know. I just did the final chapter stuff because I knew it was super short.
Yeah.
It's oh great, it leads up to Mirage. That kind of go figure. But
it was alright.
But yeah, it'd be cool to see what they're going to do with Star Wars. Since EA doesn't have ownership of Star Wars in the game department since 2020, other developers can now do stuff again, which is fantastic. Because EA only made 4 games in a span of 7 years.
Right. Respawn is in charge of Survivor, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Respawn is like, EA doesn't even like them as a publisher. They literally gave money to Respawn, make another fantastic game, and like they back off, which is good. All I say is like, EA, you need to stop messing with DICE. I'm sorry, Battlefield died. I'm sorry if I make anybody mad for saying that. Battlefield's not good anymore. Yeah, Battlefield died after 4. Let's be honest. But anyway, that's all I got, really.
Well, yeah. Well, Penguin, thanks for coming out and hanging with us. If you want to briefly tell anyone where to find you?
Just on the various Discords.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. I do want to thank everybody who listens and supports the show. We hit over 10,000 downloads year to date, and we haven't even been live for a full year yet. And it's fantastic, and I want to thank everybody who listens to the show. Super excited what we're going to do going forward.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you all for listening to the Holocron Histories podcast.
And may the Force be with you.
Thank you for listening to Holocron Histories, Star Wars Canon versus Legends. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net. You can also follow us on Twitter at SWHoloHistories and contact us at holocronhistories@gmail.com.